Welcome back to another episode of the Sistah Talk. I'm your sister, Miss Beatty, and y'all already know that's with a Z. And this is my sister,
Gold Chain Diva.
And we're just two sisters with a lot to talk about.
And we always got a lot to talk about.
We really do.
So they ain't gonna be nothing different.
Definitely not.
So what's been up, sis? How's your week been going?
Let's just say I'm happy that it's over.
Okay.
Today does feel like my Monday because this is my weekend to work, so I'm gonna be at work this weekend, y'all. But other than that, I'm just happy that the week is over. Let's get through this weekend, and yeah, what about yours?
Whew. It's been a trying week.
Listen.
Hella trying on my nerves this week.
Okay, people been getting
hella, testing my faith this week, testing my Christianity this week. Trying to bring the gangster out of me, testing my limits, but we're blessed. As always, blessed.
Listen,
every day.
I was about to say, she got the shirt on.
But yes, it's been a very, very long week, just with personal things going on. Work, man, everybody on vacation, so, I was able to catch up on a lot of stuff and get stuff done, but work is definitely...
Work is working?
Yeah, definitely working. What can you do? But yes, it's time to spill the tea.
Spill the tea. All right, so first on Spill the Tea, and I should have got some because her tea be banging. Tea's tea be banging, y'all.
Okay, I'm gonna bottle up and sell it.
Yeah, it'd be good. So first on Spill the Tea, we have so y'all don't laugh at me because I didn't know this, okay? But Author, the theme song, here we go. I hear it in my head.
It's a wonderful kind of day. We can learn to work and play and get along with each other.
So that song, I never knew that it was Bob Marley's son, and his name is Ziggy Marley. I never knew that. It's crazy because I was singing it a little bit earlier to you, and I said I am kind of singing it in Jamaican. Like that's kind of funny. Like
right, with an accent. Yeah, why you never picked up on it?
Yeah, why I never picked up on it. I feel like that's really interesting. On top of it, I feel like they never used the original video to that song in the cartoon. They used the cartoon to it. Right. I think that would have been a cool twist if they would have used, you know what I mean?
Right, hit him as like a special guest or something like that.
Yeah, give him his props because I feel like, I don't know, I can't be the only one who didn't know that.
I'm sure you're not.
Like, I'm just like, dang, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I feel like, I didn't always know that. Like, I'm not going to say I knew that as a kid or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure I didn't know who the heck Ziggy Marley was when we was, like, in middle school.
Exactly.
But I will say, I want to say maybe some years back, like, it probably came up on the internet. Because, stuff always cycles on the internet. So it's just a matter of, okay, I saw it this time and then you see it next time.
Absolutely.
So I feel like I knew that. And I'm not very surprised. I mean, it's a bop.
Listen. It really is a bop, and it's a song that when you sing it, it gets stuck in your head.
Because why are we 30 years old, 31 years old, knowing this song still? I'm not going to lie. I was still watching Arthur. I was living in his apartment, I can tell you that. So
like
that
was episodes they were still playing. And
Author is entertaining.
Author is entertaining. I feel like, Author had a lot of black name characters in the show.
Francine.
Listen, Francine.
I ain't never met a white Francine.
Listen, and believe it or not, I guess I could say. Listen, we got this girl at my job. Her name is Tamika. And she's white.
Now.
Listen, hopefully she don't watch our show, but
listen, she got a black name.
Yeah, she do, and everybody be like, yeah, Tamika's here, and I'll be like, who? Who's here?
Yo, because that, I ain't gonna lie, that would throw me off, especially like hearing, Tamika, and then you be like, I look at the black girl, like, oh, that must be Tamika. No, and then the whole time there's a white girl behind her. Like, that would throw me off.
Listen, bro, super throws me off, but
but they have been saying that, like, with Arthur, the characters, like, low-key, the characters are black. Like, low-key, Arthur is black.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? They've already, like, said that. So I do believe, like, Arthur was a black character, and that's why they gave it the reggaeton.
The reggae. Listen, I love it. I love it. It takes me back to my childhood. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. But speaking of childhood,
yes.
Our favorite one. Well, not everybody's favorite. I would say it's my favorite, but not everybody's favorite. Cartoon Network. Was rumored that they were actually going to be closing their doors for good. And the reason why I say rumored is because one of their official people posted on their social media page, basically like posting this long, heartfelt message of they might be closing their doors, whatever. And so that alluded to people now saying rest in peace Cartoon Network, blah blah blah. Okay. Now this all came about because it's a merger that happened between Warner Brothers and Hanna-Barbera, which is the parent company of Cartoon Network. Basically, you know, with the merger and everything that's switching up, they will no longer be in the Cartoon Network building that they currently are in. Okay. So that's why he posted the status, because he was like, you know, goodbye Cartoon Network, like our building that we work in, but he wasn't saying like officially goodbye to Cartoon Network. And so basically, you know, a lot of people are just, you know, worried that with this merger, we won't get those classic Powerpuff Girls and Dexter's Laboratory and all those good shows that we grew up watching.
Cat Dog, all that.
Cat Dog is Nickelodeon.
See, y'all.
Look, don't get her in the chat. Don't get her. Don't get her in the chat. Look, Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Now I'm one of those people that I like Adult Swim.
I was never allowed to watch that.
Well, now you see why I'm a heathen.
Not a heathen. I was never allowed to like enjoy it when I was. No, I wasn't.
I would listen. First of all, and Jasmine will tell you, she like they used to make fun of me so bad because I love Cartoon Network. I mean, not Cartoon Network, Adult Swim. Like it's like my guilty pleasure. I used to watch Robot Chicken. She used to be like. Robot Chicken.
What's Robot Chicken?
Exactly. What's Robot Chicken? I'll show you a clip off the camera. But Robot Chicken, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Squidbillies, all of which are inappropriate type of shows.
Okay.
But I mean, to me, they were very entertaining.
Gotcha.
But that's why it's called Adult Swim and not Cartoon Network.
Okay.
But you know, Cartoon Network is not closing their doors. You know, they're saying that basically the shows that are airing right now that have agreements, they will continue to air. But Cartoon Network is alive and well. It's a rumor.
Wow. That's so interesting because, I mean, how long has Cartoon Network been around?
Girl, you starting to, I don't want to tell no lies.
Oh, probably longer than we've been.
No lies.
Probably older than us.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. That's.
Yeah, I mean, because if they're partnered with Hanna-Barbera is the old school. That's like freaking Yosemite Sam and like back. Exactly.
Who?
Exactly. Listen, Hanna-Barbera is old school. Okay. So if Hanna-Barbera is their parent company, they've been alive for a while.
A minute. Yes. Interesting.
Yeah. So, you know, they're alive and well. But in other TV news, you know, sometimes we always talk about the pop culture when it comes to like rap and, you know, the heathen world. But we never talk about what goes on in gospel in the media. So, Pastor Dietrich Haddon, most known for, oh my God, I need to know what that reality TV show name is. It's like Real Pastors of something.
See.
So, and I was skeptical when I first saw that. I was like, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
He's most known for that. He has a movie on BT where he plays, I want to say it's called The Good Son or something like that. But Rotimi is in it. Very good movie. He's a very good actor. Anyway, so just to highlight the fact he's a pastor. Okay. He's a pastor, gospel singer. That's what he's known for.
Okay.
But there's a video going around of him and his wife of 10 years celebrating their anniversary.
Okay.
And she's throwing it back. Exactly. So y'all take a second to take a look at that and let us know what you think. So we got to see First Lady backing it up.
Backing it all the way up.
On the pastor.
On her husband.
So what's your thoughts on that?
Listen, it's her husband. That is her husband. She is his wife. They're allowed to have fun. They are married. They're doing it right.
Yeah.
They're not doing it wrong. It's not like they're not married and you know what I mean. And no.
I mean, people have this idea that pastors are supposed to be so stuffy. And they're not supposed to have a life. They're not supposed to present themselves in a certain way. Don't get me wrong. That's true to a certain degree. However, I had no issues with them dancing with one another.
No.
Like you said, they're married. They've been married for 10 years at that.
Listen.
So what you think they doing behind closed doors?
Honey, that's what I was just about to say.
And it didn't look extremely like nasty. It didn't look like they were having sex on the dance floor.
No.
It was very tasteful. It was doing the butt like it was literally this type of flow, but her butt just happened to connect with his waist.
Listen, ain't nothing. They look like they was having fun. They made me want to get up there and start dancing. Okay?
When I heard the song, I said, "Go ahead, Pastor.
Listen, get it.
Cut up a rug."
I enjoy seeing that. I enjoy seeing that.
To me, it gives a pastor a more personable like image. I was cool with seeing him like that.
Yeah.
Listen, at least he doing it with his wife and he not doing it with a stripper.
Chance the Rapper. But we're not going to bring, that was a different episode. Anyway.
I mean, yeah, but listen, at least he doing it with his wife, so I have no complaints about that.
I loved it. That made me smile. That
made me smile too, because they were having fun.
Yes.
And if you watching them, you doing a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Like, pay attention to yourself.
Like, dang, you was really looking at the butt connected to that. Come on, now you're being nasty. You know
I would have been hyped. Like, especially if I had never seen my pastor in that way before. I would have been like, all right, pastor.
Hype.
Like, I would have hyped them all the way up.
Yeah.
It was a celebration. I felt like they were celebrating.
Absolutely.
They didn't do nothing wrong.
Stop reaching. Let them have fun. They look beautiful. Beautiful couple. So, next, on the Spill the Tea, we're going to talk about Barbie.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. My tits are plastic. I don't even know that's what it is.
Listen. And I'm over here like, no, but seriously, I'm sick and tired of hearing Barbie. I'm sorry. Yeah. Maybe it's because I don't have no children. Okay? But I did see the preview. I watched it on my TV, what was it, today. Because I didn't see the preview of it. I do agree with what we talked about earlier, yesterday or whenever. It does not seem like it's for kids.
Yeah, because, listen, I'm pretty sure when we talked about it before, I told you, the first time that I saw the Barbie movie preview, which if I play devil's advocate, this is the only reason why I can feel like people would be like, oh, this is for my kids, is when I'm going to go see Little Mermaid in the theater.
Okay.
It played as one of the previews during Little Mermaid.
Okay.
So that could be confusing.
Yes.
But I didn't even put two and two together because as I saw the video, I was thinking to myself, wow, this is, like, I was entertained. Me, my sister, like, all of us, big age of 30 and over, was entertained by this Barbie preview and thought it would be hilarious. So the fact that we thought it would be entertaining, you should already know at that point it's not for kids.
Yeah, definitely. First of all, I feel like it's been years since I played with a Barbie. I feel like how it was introduced to us when we were younger was more innocent.
Very.
How it's introduced to the younger kids now is more grown. Direct. I feel like just the fact that they have the Barbie and the Ken, like, it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of it is just like not really inappropriate. I don't know.
And I agree because, I mean, even, you know, when we were children, it was presented to us a certain type of way. Even when we were kind of like, you know, still grown up a little bit, like in high school, it was still being presented in like an animated type of way. But now we got this movie where it's like, bam, right in front of your face.
Yes.
And like my thing is like, okay, you got a lot of adults that are hype about this movie.
Yes.
Because let's be real, and I'm pretty sure we said this before, we're at that age now where they're catering to us because it's the nostalgia. That's where the money is at. They're catering to us. So that movie was never for children. And, you know, I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen a lot of people on TikTok talking about the movie.
Okay.
And a lot of what they were saying about it is it's heavy on sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
It's heavy on genitals, like the difference between a peen and a vajayjay. It's heavy on, you know, talking about like the transgender community, like they have a transgender Barbie. Like it's a whole bunch of underlying themes that's in this movie that kids should not be exposed to unless you want them to be.
Yes, that is true.
Now let's be clear, the rating is PG-13.
So parent guardian.
So why are you thinking that your 7-year-old needs to go see this movie?
Yeah.
Let's start there.
Yeah, very true. I don't really feel like a 7-year-old should be going to watch if they're talking about poons and voons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really feel like they should be going to see something like that. What is happening to... I didn't learn about poons and voons until I went to Planned Parenthood. I don't know if they did that. Were you in Baltimore when you were in elementary school, or were you... Okay, did y'all take a health trip in elementary? No? Okay. So a lot of the people from... You're trying to think about it. A lot of the people from, like from York,
Mm-hmm.
everybody in a certain grade, we went and learned about poons and periods and stuff. That's when we went to go learn about it.
I can tell you that the only recollection that I have about like sexual education
Mhm.
was literally when we were in high school.
Really? Really? I'm telling you, everybody in the York City School District, when you got to, and correct me if I'm wrong, either 4th or 5th grade, we were seeing titties. We went to this, not just seeing titties, but we went to the health center. They were showing us boobs. You know, they were showing us the genitals.
Mm-hmm.
They were passing out condoms.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, you know,
Right.
wow, this is, Mom, I got a condom. Listen, I felt like she snatched it from me before.
Like that episode of Moesha when she had it in her purse.
Yeah, listen, my mom snatched it before I was even able to, you know what I mean? Because that is 4th and 5th grade.
I mean,
but
that's very young.
it is very young.
When we think about the spectrum, okay, so 4th and 5th grade, right? I will say that was the first time I was exposed to like little boys being nasty. Like around that age when little boys being nasty, they try to grab your boob, pop your bra strap, do little dumb stuff.
Hide and go free.
That part. But realistically, now that I'm thinking about it, which is crazy to me, I can tell you, I was not exposed to any of that until I got to high school.
Really?
Until we had that sexual education course, and niggas was in there still laughing, being goofy, being mad childish.
We were in that class
Together.
Yes, we were.
Together.
Yes, we were, because they had that lady come in that had an STD or something. Do you remember that?
Girl, I remember.
I know. They had us put the Hershey Kiss on our tongue. And we had to hold it in our mouth, and it was like to show, like to, could you not urge to not have sex or something like that. You don't remember that?
Not really, no.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, yes.
Listen, well, that apparently that's why I went down the road I went down, because I can't remember sexual education. I can't remember sexual education. No, because they was clowns in that class.
Listen.
They was super clowns.
Yes.
The only thing I feel like I remember, because that was that year, and if I'm not mistaken, that was the year that was like a dual class. It was like sexual education, and it was like driver's
ed.
Yes.
Yes.
And they was in there wilding.
Yes,
and I remember they gave the teacher the blues.
Yes.
And the teacher ain't never come back.
Yes, because they used to have, instead of having, and I know we're getting way off topic, y'all. We're reminiscing right now, but they used to have, instead of rap battles, they would have the singing battles. And somebody would be in the back like, ooh.
I remember, that was...
I know. Rest in peace. Oh my goodness.
Man.
Yes.
That's so sad.
It is so sad.
Aww.
Oh. Well, listen. Back to Barbie, because we went left.
We definitely went left, but it all makes sense for the greater conversation.
It does.
I feel like I probably just missed it in the curriculum.
Okay.
But I mean, the point is, the Barbie movie is PG-13.
Mm-hmm.
Use your own discretion on whether you want to take your child to go see it. Because I mean, reality speaking is we gotta expose our kids to so much more, so much earlier these days. So that's up to you. Your kids, your choice.
Right. Very true.
So it's time for conspiracy talk.
Conspiracy fingers. Okay. We got you know, I always like talking about the aliens, the extraterrestrial ET phone home. No, but seriously, you know, it's been a lot going on TikTok about the UFO, the trial, how what is his name? Because it's a very, very white.
You talking about what's his name? Gingrich or something like that?
Yes. And I
David Grush.
Yes, I didn't want to. Yes, Grush. He went in front of the court system, I guess, pretty much to sum it all up.
Yeah, it was a Congress hearing.
It was a Congress hearing. To sum it all up, he seen an alien ship. He seen something that was non-human like. He seen it.
Yep, and he was very specific. Like he did not want to say alien.
No, they made sure they wasn't saying that. It was like
non-human, genetic, biologic, something.
Something
it was all, but it was clear enough to say.
Yes.
Like they asked him, like when the crash happened at this site.
Yep.
Did you see like human remains, whatever? And he's clearly said we found non-human biogenetics, whatever it was that term was.
Yes.
He was very clear to say it was not a human being.
Yes. So that part, let alone when I seen that on TikTok, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I stopped watching it because that is proven
that they exist.
And this is from something that happened a while ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
And they even asked him, like in that same hearing, like how long ago do you think that this dates back to? Because apparently, like he's an ex government worker or Air Force or something.
Yeah.
And so he's been around a lot of sightings and different. He saw a lot of different things. And so they asked him, how far back do you think this goes? And my man said 1930,
which is crazy. Crazy.
So that means they have been around for a very long time, and that's just from his recollection, like what he knows. So they could have been around way longer than that. Now, you know, I always got to take it a step further.
Yes.
So I follow this guy. I found him, I want to say, first on TikTok.
Okay.
But I actually now follow his YouTube channel.
Okay.
So he's a Christian TikToker, Christian whatever. And so basically his theory is that the government obviously has been keeping this under wraps for a very long time. And he honestly is basically saying, and we've talked about this in other episodes about the Nephilim, like during the time of Noah, you know, with the giants coming down, having sex with the people and creating this supernatural being. And so he basically is just like, now we're going to start seeing the Nephilim, these demons. And now they're just probably, he's basically, I don't want to say prophesying, but he's basically like foreshadowing that we're probably see these beings more open now. Because now it's becoming more popular and it's more right in front of our face.
So my thing is, why hide it from us? Like, I get us as human beings, we all, you know, like look what happened during the pandemic, for example, when people thought the world was going to shut down again and we had no toilet paper. You know what I mean? Like, we do take things and we run with it and we don't know how to chill out and just take it for what it is. But like, what else are you hiding? Because if you're hiding this, are you bringing this to light to hide something else? Because that's what makes sense to me. What else is going to happen in this day and in age? Like,
I mean, and it was so funny because, you know, people can't take nothing serious.
Yeah,
it was also videos on TikTok going around of people saying, well, why is everybody so nonchalant about the government talking about aliens being existing? Like, and nobody's paying attention to it. And people were joking like, well, aliens didn't call me a nigga. Yeah, I mean, the N-word. Aliens didn't call me an N-word. It's like, you know, we've been dealing with so many different life events. every other week is something.
It's something
very much
different.
something.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, okay, we're kind of numb to it at this point. It's like,
and
yo,
that's scary.
nothing else can blow my mind at this point.
That's scary. That is scary.
It is.
Because, like, can you imagine if something seriously was going on and how we just really wouldn't take it serious? We would just be like,
we would be so desensitized to
yes, it's really sad.
But conspiracy or not, is the government trying to pull the wool over our eyes? I say it's clear conspiracy.
Yeah, definitely a conspiracy.
Clear conspiracy, because how many of you have heard this story? Probably not many.
Yeah.
Because it got overshadowed by Barbie. I mean, that's the
Barbie
truth.
took over. No, I see pink
Barbie
everywhere.
took over everything.
Goodness gracious. You can't look on social media without seeing Barbie.
I never loved Barbie that much. I played it. Don't get me wrong. I played with Barbies for a very long time.
I was a Bratz girl.
I mean, I had more Barbies than I had Bratz. I will say that, but it was never like a cult, like
Not a cult.
You know what I mean? Like, we got a whole group of people that call themselves the Barbs. So I mean, it's a thing. It's a thing.
Okay.
But anyway, we didn't mean to go back to Barbie. But conspiracy or not?
Yes.
Conspiracy.
Who knows?
This is the second week in a row we done said we believe it's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
So I mean, hey, pay attention, folks. Take notes.
Please pay attention.
So, you know, we got a new segment this week that we're gonna try out with y'all. You know, it's called Give Them Their Props.
Yes.
So basically, this segment is about taking any one person, I don't know, in the sports and music and any aspect that we just see fit to give them their props.
Yes.
So the person that we want to give our props to this week is
Michelle Bridgerton Williams. Okay. And obviously, if you don't know who she is, she's from Destiny's Child. Is she now still a Christian singer?
Probably.
Okay, because I know she went from Destiny's Child to
right. And I haven't heard any of her music, but I mean her gospel song. When Jesus says nobody can say no. That's my song.
Okay, I haven't heard that. We're gonna have to listen to that after the show.
But yeah, she be doing her thing.
She
like
definitely
I know we always talk about Beyonce and the Beehive, and of course she was the lead singer, of course. However, I feel like every last woman in that group held their own.
Yes.
Especially Michelle Bridgerton Williams. Sis had the bridges on lock. And I dare you
to sing
any one of her verses and say you don't know every last word.
Listen, you got Soldier, okay? I'm in the hunt and looking strong tonight. Right on the phone tonight. Listen, don't know.
Little hickeys in my
phone tonight.
Cause he don't know when I be on tonight. Look, we can go on.
We can go.
Looking good and he talking right.
Listen.
Look, it just hits so hard.
It does.
And my favorite, of course, is Cater to You. My breath, my strength, my will to get through. That's the least I can do. Let me cater to you. Listen, sis got it going a lot.
Listen, she really does. She really does. You know, so I seen this on, and I'm not going to mention where I seen it on because we do not mention that name of these people that put it up there. But the couple of songs that they were playing from her, it was amazing. It was amazing. I got into my bag. I sang each one. I said, man, it made me recognize. I'm like, damn.
She really be killing it.
She really be killing it on every single song. On every single
like
song.
None of the songs except for that one song I told you I had never heard before.
Oh, Nasty put some clothes on, I told you.
I never
Don't walk
heard
out
that
your
Destiny
house
Child
without
song.
your clothes. Listen, yeah. That's a Destiny Child song.
Listen, we want to give Michelle her props.
Yes.
Michelle, listen. She redeemed herself because you gotta remember that grand moment where she fell on stage and they looked at her and just kept walking.
And they were like, they did this little skit.
Get back and formation.
Yeah, seriously.
So she redeemed herself with all the many bridges that she came up with. So Michelle, we want to give you your flowers and your props, babe.
Yes.
So. All right. Well, we do have a topic for tonight. We do have a topic.
Yes,
you know, we always like to get a little juicy at the end of the episode.
Juicy.
So the question is, and we were talking about this yesterday, and we have an opposing viewpoint, so it can get interesting when we don't agree.
Yeah.
Can men and women be friends? Number one. But let's take that a step further. Can men and women be friends, especially after they've had sex? What's your thoughts, sis? I'll let you go first.
Okay, so I don't feel as though men and women.
Well, let's start here. Do
Okay.
you have any male friends?
I don't.
Why?
I don't. So I've noticed, and I'm just being honest. I've noticed that every single time, and I'm more talking like previous to my relationship, that when I did try to have a male friend, he liked me in some way. And it always made it like weird because it's just like, all right, like I'm trying to be your friend, but you're liking me in a certain way, and now it's making it weird. You know what I mean? Not even like I had a friend that I was friends with for like from kindergarten on up.
I remember.
And we reconnected, and I was going through a really like troublesome time, in my life, and this person told me like, well, if you ain't trying to let me, we can't be friends. What? Like that broke my spirit. Like that really hurt my feelings, because I'm just like, I'm not even looking at you in that way.
Right. And
you're bluntly saying it, and would get mad because at this time I was single, obviously.
Oh, because he took that as an opportunity that I'm gonna shoot my shot.
Listen, I'm gonna shoot my shot.
I'm gonna get in where I fit in.
Exactly.
Let me slide in.
Listen, exactly. Exactly. So it's just like, like that really turned me off from like trying to have male friends. And I also, and this is just my opinion, I don't feel like when you're in a relationship you should have male friends. I don't know, just because of my experience. Like,
I mean, that's valid. That's valid. Alright, so let me ask myself the same question I asked you. Do I have any male friends? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Will I say that there's many? No, I won't.
Yeah.
Will I say it was many in the past? Yes, I will. Will I say why they still not my friends? It's because, I mean, in some instances, men and women can't be friends.
Right.
Because, I mean, there was a period of time, I feel like, definitely when you're younger and you're in a young mindset, at some point, y'all gonna test the water.
Yeah.
At some point, y'all gonna be like, you single, I'm single.
Right.
Let's see what genital you do.
Exactly. Exactly.
And so that sums up why a lot of my friends that I had from a while ago are no longer my friends.
Gotcha.
Now, I will say there was one of those guys that was like my brother, like my A1, day one, like we was like this. And we tried to cross that line. And we tried. And it was the most awkward scenario I ever experienced in my life. And I knew immediately that we were never supposed to take that step.
Right.
Now, let's get into today. Because like I said, I do have a male friend. I have a very close, I have two that I would say, look out for me. It ain't on no funny business. I would say that, the one I met in college, and ever since day one, he been a real one. Like, he always looked out for me. And never on no, like, I'm trying, like, I mean, obviously, he had a girlfriend. Yeah. He's always had a girlfriend since I've known him. She's now his fiance. They got a kid, everything. But he was never on no, I'm trying to cross the line. Right. Like, it was always on something like, I respect women. So I respect you, and I'm going to respect you as if you're my sister, my mother, my whoever. I'm going to look out for you the way I look out for them. And that just, to me, says a lot about him as a person. Right. Now, because he always has been in a relationship since I've known him, I believe that if a woman and a man is going to be friends, it takes a level of intentionality for it to be able to work. Yeah. So from the start, we were very clear of, okay, he introduced me to his girlfriend. At the time, she was his girlfriend. It was never on no weird type stuff. Right. He was never hiding in the closet trying to talk on the phone because she don't know he with me. Right. She always knew, oh, hey, like, I'm with T right now. Like, we watching our show or whatever. It was always, and when he say, I'm with T, hey, girl, how you doing? Yeah. Like, I'm going to let you know there ain't no funny business, no funny action. And see, it's crazy because this just made me, I guess, now that we're talking about it, it just made me think about why I do feel the way that I feel about
guys and women can't be friends. You know what I mean? Because there was another instance where I had a male friend and I was single. You know what I mean? And my male friend got a girlfriend. And I'm at this public event with my family, like with my stepdad and my mom. And usually this person, like when they would see us, hey mom, hey dad, what's going on?
And they was acting weird.
Acting weird. So now you're showing me your true intentions.
I mean, I don't know if that shows true intention more so than maybe that was his boundary. Maybe, like, because it does get iffy sometimes when it's like that close. For like, if his significant other was with him, to be like, why you calling her like the mom and dad? Like, what's that about?
Right.
And so, just out of respect for his person, he probably was like, alright, that's a boundary. I don't want to make her feel uncomfortable, so let me not.
Right.
And it looked weird to you, because that was new. And it made it look like he was funny acting. But at the same time, that's why I say it's clear boundaries.
Right.
It's clear boundaries. Like, even to this day, Malik's fiance knows. Well, now y'all know who my friend is. Malik's fiance, she knows that she don't have to worry about me trying to do nothing with her man.
Right.
Like, it's never on that type of energy. She go on the phone, I'm like, hey beautiful, how you doing? How you been? We hang out outside of him. We have a whole separate relationship. She know that that's really my nigga. Like, at the end of the day, like I said, he looks out for me. Like, he knows I'm a single woman. If I need help carrying something up my steps, all I gotta do is pick up the phone and say, hey, can you help me? He on his way. And she don't feel no way about it. At the same time, it's very fine lines though. He's never gonna put me before his family, like his girl, his his fiance, his kid. But if he's able to help me, he will, and she has no problem with that because she knows it's not like on that tight time. She knows the person that she's with. So I believe that yes, it's possible for women and men to be friends, but it has to be clear boundary. Now, do I believe that men and women can be friends after they've had sex?
No. First of all, having sex is taking it to a different level. I mean, could sex just be sex? It could be.
But is it really ever?
No, it's not. It's not.
As much as we like to say that it is, it's never really just sex.
It's never just sex. So, that's a...
Well, I only have experience with that. Maybe in two aspects I could say. So the one that I said was clearly my homeboy. We should have never did it. We were friends for a while after that. But it did get weird, and it got weird because the feelings were there at that point. I don't know, because we had a bond. So obviously the bond was there, and then of course, when you have sex with a person, that's transfers of energies and all that type of stuff. So at that point, we bonded in a different way. So even if I know in my mind that the sex was terrible and I don't want to go there with you, it's still that part of my brain is just like, but I don't want nobody else to have you either though. So it got to a point where it got weird, where he was pursuing somebody else, and I was just like. But he also still was kind of leading me on. But I don't know. It was weird. We was young. But I will say we didn't maintain that friendship very long after that. Right. Then my other guy friend that I crossed that line with much years later. The friendship was dead. The friendship was dead. Once the sex was done, the friendship was dead. It was no coming back from it, because at that point, like, once you cross that line, it's like a line that switches off in these men's mind that goes from I respect you as my friend, I regard you highly, to now that y'all had sex, he look at you like a random bitch off the street. I mean, like you said, if you can, like, definitely don't do it. But I do believe that men and women can be friends though. I do just feel like it's a level of intentionality. And the woman, it's clear lines.
And let me just say this. Excuse me. The woman has to be respectful, because a lot of these women nowadays are not respectful.
There's an experience that I have as far as like having a gay best friend. And there was a point in time in my life, like you said, it has to do with the respect, because there was a point in time where I felt like in his life I was very much important, to the point where your person has to accept both of us.
Yeah.
And that's overstepping tremendously.
Yeah.
And so that's why I say it has to be clear boundaries, because if I ever feel like I maintain a certain level in your life and then you bring a bitch into that, I'm gonna feel like, nah, shorty, I'm the main chick in his life. But if it's clear boundaries where I'm like, we never, like, you never put me in that place in the first place, and we're able to maintain it on a, you know, we talk here and there, boo boo bop, whatever, and it's a nice little flow and it ain't that, then it ain't that.
Right.
But if we cross that line emotionally and you put me in that place where you already made up your mind that you don't care about her and you care about me more than you care about her, that's a problem. Because as no self-respecting woman is going to allow you to have a person or a man, and for that instance, like, no, your person is never going to let you have a person of the opposite sex that you regard more than them in their life.
Yeah, absolutely not.
That's off balance.
Yeah, super
and
off
so
balance.
it definitely takes intentionality. But I will say, like, all in all, I'm happy that I do have at least like 2 good friends that I would say, you know, it's clear boundaries. Like I said, you know, they don't do all no sneaky type stuff. Their person knows when they with me. Their person know, like, go answer the phone for them.
Yeah, not
while, you know what I mean? Like, not
stuff.
no sneaky type stuff. Like, so it's clear boundaries. That's all I can say. Clear boundaries. But, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But thank you all for tuning in to another episode of the Sistah Talk podcast. We want to know what you all think. And I know this is such a cliche topic. They probably heard it 1,000,001 times.
Absolutely.
You probably going to hear it again from somebody else on the internet.
Yes.
But can men and women be friends? Let us know in the chat. And comment on any other story that we talked about tonight. Let us know your thoughts on it. So we thank you all for watching. I'm Gold Chain Diva. You can find me at goldchain__diva. And you can find my sister,
Miss BD, that's MZ_BD. You already know.
on all social platforms.
Yes, all.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and run them views up for us. Come on. So we thank you all and have a great night.